Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at this incredible Joker Manor set. Now the set is packed full of unbelievable detail, just like the box artwork itself. So what we'll do, as always, we'll take a look at the box artwork, have a look at the instruction manual, we'll pull the set out, have a good look at that, strip it down, have a look at everything that's on the inside, obviously the minifigures as well, and then we'll have a good size comparison. So this set's taken from the Batman movie, obviously done by Lego themselves, and as we come down, it's set number 70922, and as you can see, it's a Joker Manor. It's a 14+ set. The box artwork is beautiful, loads and loads of colour. It's got everything just up at the top. You can see all of the characters that are included up in there, and as you come down and round, even on the side flap, you've got the symbol of Robin instead of the Batman. And then as we come through, round down, we've got a split of minifigures. So you've got a couple of minifigures at the bottom. From the very ends, you can see they've got Disco Batman, Robin, Batgirl, and Disco Joker. And then through and round, yes, you can have this moving around the actual roller coaster track if you want to. And you've got some other really nice detail with regards to the minifigures. And as we come down, you have got Batman, Nightwing, you've got Alfred himself, which is a really nice looking minifigure. Then you've got Barbara, the Joker, and then you've got a different version of Harley Quinn. Moving on to both side flaps, you can see this one here, you've got Robin in the searchlight with the haha from the Joker written on the side. But we come this way, you've then got these two on the side as well, which is a really nice thing. So if you ever do find this on the shelf randomly, this is what you're going to be looking for. And again, like I said, sport for choice with that detail that's going to be coming up now. Box is massive, but you can see the bits and pieces that can go on the outside. So we'll take a really good look at this. You've got all in each individual room, you've got different places for different things, loads of different Easter eggs. And as we come round and down, you've got all the different things with the picture frames, you've got the DJ booth. Then there is movable pieces as well, where you've got like trapdoors where minifigures will come flying out the mouth. Like I said, you can have the minifigures on the roller coaster. You've got the Hall of Mirrors as well. You've got the crab scene, and then other bits and pieces which you twist round, and then they'll come flying out the mouth. And then you've got all the different bits and pieces with the arrows. And then again, coming through and around, you've got a couple of other scenes that we can take a look at. So moving on to the instruction booklet, it is one big chunky booklet. Now at the start of the book, it's just got bag number 1 all the way to 22. 22 is obviously your last bag. But if we come all the way to the end, you can see they've got all the different coloured track. That was the first time I saw purple track for this set. They've got all the pieces as you normally do. And then you will have some other little bits and pieces that will go on from the film from way back when. So if there's any of these that you recognise, or any of these sets that you did actually manage to pick yourself up. So we've got 70918 for this one. Moving on to 70919 for the Justice League's Party. Down we go for 70921 for the Truck Splatter. Over to this side, this is a cool looking one. This is 70920, and it does come with 1 or 2 cool minifigures as well. And it's got big egg head just up at the top. And then you've got all the details again of things that you can do. So there's a bit of a better look at the drop tower from number 1 to 2, which you will be taking a good look at. And then that is that. Now minifigures. So we're going to do the minifigures this way for a change, just to see if it's any easier to do and if the detail comes through a little bit clearer without my fingers getting in the way. But you can see he's got his big chunky utility belt on. You can see the sort of the chest and the abs that he has within the film. He makes a massive deal out of that. You can see the big badge that he's got just for the centre there. And obviously he's got the big cowl that he's wearing. Now between the cowl, you can see that where his eyes there, again, they don't have any eye print. They don't tend to put eye print on the Batman characters for some reason. But if you can see just here, you can see how big his cape is. When we move on to the next one, which is Nightwing, you can see just how big his cape actually is. But the blue looks really nice. And he's got the big badge in the middle. And then you've got the big bits across his shoulder. And again, you've got the nice big blue goggles. So there's lots of detail. The minifigures do have dual faces, which is really nice. Alfred will be next up. Alfred's wearing the classic back suit. So you can see he's got the nice two-tone blue with a lighter blue. He's getting a utility belt. You've got the standard cape size with a smaller back symbol and his little bit of a beer belly as well. But obviously his head, you can see he's got his cool glasses because obviously he was in a suit and then he stripped out of the suit in the prison scene. You can see how they've added the bold head patch up at the top. Now, talking of the prison scene, you've got the commissioner. So the commissioner next, she looks fantastic. She's got really nice colours. Nice print on the trousers and it comes up onto the arms. Again, it's a really nice colour. And then you've also got the waistcoat, which looks nice. And you've got the matching necklace. The face looks really nice. And the bright hair piece as well. Their hair looks really good. Now if you've not seen the film, I highly recommend it because it is absolutely packed full of villains. Now speaking of villains, the Joker, now he has
a fantastic print. So you can see you've got all of the detail on his tie, you've got the buttons, you've got all of the different sort of card effects on his blazer, and you've even got the really nice dual two-arm print as well. So you've got the tone on there, and then you've also got the bit on the legs, and he's got a really big smiley grin as well. And again, dual face on this one. Moving on to the next one, obviously Harley Quinn. She is obviously accurate to the film, and if you were lucky enough to get the Apocalypseburg that followed, you would then also have the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and those two side by side with a completely different hairpiece. They always look really smart, but you can see the bit on the arm, you've got really nice detail on the arm, and it links on to the sort of leather look effect on the belt, and then coming down into the legs, I think look really, really effective as well. And obviously you've got alternate colours on the knees, and you've got the nice bits up on the thighs, so really, really lucky to have all of these. You've obviously got the dog collar on, and again, she's got really nice face print with a really bright, vibrant hairpiece. So really are spoilt for choice with the figures. Now, these are a bit of a random one to put in because these were used in the end credits. But yes, that is Batman in, I do believe what was supposed to be, was his pajamas, and they end up waking up and singing a massive song. But you've got the gold cape for this one. Again, he is wearing a tux. As you can see, he's wearing a tux. But again, you can see his sort of blue eyes, but there's no eyeball. But again, he's got his really happy face with his shiny teeth coming through. And now Robin, yes, he is sort of wearing a reverse thong, and he's got like his weird knee-high boots that he wears at the end. But again, really bright gold cape. And you can see how he's got a really sparkly belt on. But again, look at the detail on the actual centre of the torso. You can see you've got all of this really, really nice silver with the gold R. And then obviously he's got his bright green goggles and his cool little hairpiece on this one. We've got two left. So going back to the Commissioner, she looks fantastic. Again, she's all jewelled up. So you can see it on her arm. Got it all on the chest, and she's got a really nice bat symbol on her chest as well, and you've got the nice sort of gold effect on her corset. You can see how she's got the gold gloves on and the and cape on as well. So I think they both look really nice. Again, she's got a different face piece on this. So again, two more molds. I think every minifigure has two. And on to the last one, which I do believe is the Joker. He looks fantastic in this one. So you can see he's got all the print across his waist. You've got the really nice sort of jacket, the big J across the front. And then as you come up, he's got these big puffy shoulder pads. And look at that for a headpiece. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Again, you can get some really, really nice photos with all of these minifigures.
So moving on to the main event itself. Now there are a couple of other minifigures on here that aren't included with the set, and there is a little bit of damage, which is very stupid because when I do my box throwing at the start of all of my videos, I decided to throw it directly on this set. So there is one or two pieces. So that bit there, for example, has fallen off, which I now need to relocate because it's fallen into another box, which is never good. But we'll go through all of the detail and the amazing colour that this thing has to offer, starting with the mouth. You can see you've got a walkthrough, so you can get some really, really nice photos. Obviously, we can then spin that round. And then as we come up and have a look up, you can see you've got all of the pink into these boxing gloves. Now, with the gloves, if I keep you that way, and if I reach around the back of the set, if I was to twist it round, you can see that the gloves do move through. So it's a cool thing, and they do stay in that position if you want them to. You can see how they work on the Technic pin. So it's a cool little thing. And there's a lot of other bits and pieces that move with this. So if you were to be able to get this all moving and doing all the other little bits and pieces that potentially it can do, because again, you can move the flags, you can move these bits and pieces at the top, you can have potentially, if you're very, very clever with the Technic, have all of this stuff moving around and spinning all at the same time. Now, talking of moving around, this does shift and shunt about. Now, if we come around to this side, and we'll have a look at the ha-ha detail first. So these, again, you can manipulate and change into whatever angle it is that you want to do. Again, for photos, you can get them really, really close to the track. They're on just one of these little ball joints just on here, but you have got the two, and again, you can get them really close to the track. You can actually crash them into it, or you can move them around where it comes up through, and then they just shoot off around the back. And the track does carry on around the back, so we'll get them in there so I don't damage it anymore. So that's the front. Obviously, it is supposed to be Wayne's mansion, which then got taken over into the Joker Manor, because obviously it is the Lego Batman movie. But there's lots and lots of detail, really nice colours and everything at the front. But the main bits and pieces are actually located in the back. So if we pick this up and spin this round, because it is quite a large thing. But again, you can see you've got plenty of detail all through the windows. And if you have noticed, hopefully from there, you can see how every single pane of glass colour is completely different. So we've got the green, we've got the pink, you've got the clear, you've got the yellow and the blue. And again, coming over to this side, they've done the same thing on here where you've got the different colours, where you've got the pink, green, yellow, clear. Then you've got the lighter blue up at the top. And then you've got another blue just on that side as well. But these, quick look at the minifigures. Again, you can just see how detailed these minifigures are. And again, the Joker is a really nice looking minifigure. He is just located just up at the top, just here. And he's just chilling out. And if you didn't spot it before, it does look like you've got little micro minifigures just on the inside. But you've got a, sort of like a Lego head just there with a little torso. Right, let's now finally get to spin this round. I know there's another little bit of damage on the inside. I've heard a big smash. Now, the mouth, it takes you into this hall of mirrors. Now these hall of mirrors do work, so you can see you've got 4 different mirrors on the inside, and depending on how it is you want to get your photos taken of the minifigures, you can do absolutely fine. Now this is the spinning piece on the back for the gloves, so again, out they go, and then just twist them back in, so they're now in. All the signs, they will sit and stay depending how you want to do it. Now, I have seen people use LED kits on this and have all of these moving around. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. If we just keep going up to the back, because again, you can see just how different the back is here compared to the front. I mean, it's almost like it's 2 completely different sets, but you've got this little drop bit here. Pull that out. And then what that does, it then shoots you down the slide of the mouse. You can see, open them up, and then you just end up coming straight through. Now, you might have noticed already that there is plenty of stickers and other little bits and pieces, but if we go from top left to bottom right, we can have a look at every single room. So up at the top, you have got the bat just up there. As we come down, you've then got the Bat merch. Now, that does actually link in to one of them. There's an Easter egg in the Apocalypseburg set because he has all of his Bat merch in there as well. It's the same font, same stickers, everything. In here, you can see you've got a big sticker up at the top. And then it's just where he's got his big sort of swimming pool area. You can see the nice detailing on there. Coming through and down, this is where he has sort of almost kind of supposed to be, obviously, I was about to say a bat cave, but it's not, because don't forget, in the film he creates music, so you'll be able to see that there's a spinning chair just on there, so I end up knocking that off. You can see the microphone just there. You've got the keyboard, and then you've got the screen. You've got these big speakers. And then if you look at the yellow glass, from the yellow glass, you can see you've got him singing away. And then you've got a Batman record, and you've got this really, really cool guitar just underneath it as well. And then as we pan round to the side, you can see that you can, if you wanted to, get some more minifigure photos from in here. Now, coming down, this is where he's got his kitchen. Now, you have got the microwave, door will open. There we go. And then obviously on the inside, he has got the crab on the inside just there. So that is a cool looking thing. So again, that's another famous thing from the film. I say famous, funny scene from the film. And then you've got the kitchen on the inside where you've got all of the different cups and other little bits and pieces like that. Now, this bit for the track, there should be a ladder just here on the back. That's another thing that clips in there. Yellow ladder. That is another thing that I smashed. It was a big box. I was stupid. I shouldn't have done it. Most of this, I'm glad I actually managed to put it together. But learned my lesson. But you can see it says ha, 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 and wah, ha, ha, ha. And then you've got the three bits up on the inside. So you could potentially have this motorized, I would imagine, and get that going around. So that'd be a nice, cool thing. Right, this says do not open. So what is on the inside of this? Have they actually put anything in? Because it's been a long, long time since I see. So it says evil plans. Do not open. And then we have got on the inside here just a little Easter egg. So if you know what that is, then obviously please let me know in the comments, because I have absolutely no idea what that relates to and what that is supposed to be. But we'll get the lid back up on in there. So it's a cool looking thing, because it's just, like I said, evil plans and do not open. And that just sits on that bit just in there. And then we've got another bit here. Again, this is where the Joker has moved in, and he's got more anti-Batman symbols. And then we have on there, it says jokes, and then that opens up. And what, okay, so what he's done is he's taken on here all of the pictures. So you can see that is his family portrait, which is what they have in the film. So you can see that is him and his parents. And then that is this photo here is him just there. Now what he's done, as we come through and pan around, he's decided to put his own photos up on there. Of course he has, where he's got it with his own parents up at the top. So he's just redone them, and then he's got his own photo. So that is what it is. So you can obviously chop and change them if you wanted to. Coming down, you've then got the big fire. Then it says new track on the piano, so you can see new track just on there. And then you've got the statue which you would push, and then you would go into the bat cave, which obviously is not included in this set. And it's a shame that they haven't sort of done a bat cave that will go really well with this. Now, up to the top, you have got the TV up on there, so you can see this is their sort of home theatre. Now, obviously in the film, this area is absolutely massive because it'll fit about 20 people in, but it's just different snippets. And up at the top, you can see you've got all of the different LED lighting just up in there, and it looks really nice with the green coming through. And on here, I do believe that says Forever Sorting. So we'll do a quick pan from the back so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll compare it directly to the front of the set. And moving back to the front, you can see just the difference between the two. It's like there's two sets in one with this, really. Now, I do believe that this is the eye from the actual film, which is a sort of a rip-off from the Lord of the Rings, because you have got the piece that you move on the back. I think that's what this is supposed to be sat on top. I've not really paid too much attention to that, but looking at that now, I think that's what that might be. But again, if you know, let us know in the comments. Now, we'll start to compare this for scale with a couple of the other sets. I'll keep it consistent. We'll start with the Indiana Jones. You can see as I pan out how small that car and that plane looks. But again, if you had a good style car, or you had the sort of Batmobile or anything out the front of that, I think that would work really, really well just with regards to scale, because this building is absolutely enormous. So next one, just to show off the size, is the new Guardians of the Galaxy ship. Now, I know a lot of you have got this, so that's why I want to show it off in scale. If you go off the stand and off the top of the pink engine, you are only halfway through the R on the Joker, and then you've got a huge amount just above it. And again, just with regards to length, if we got that all the way back to the edge of the track, it's not even half the width either. So moving on to the modular that makes the most sense is obviously going to be the police station, which you can use as the Gotham police station if you want to. And I think these two side by side just look fantastic, and they scale really well, I think, as well, because don't forget, this is, the modulars aren't exactly the smallest, but then that is obviously supposed to be a massive mansion. Now, if you are thinking of backtracking this, but you don't have the police station, but you got under the modular, all of these are on a 32 by 32. This is just slightly higher than some, so if you would take this roof off and just went from there instead, that's roughly, say, for example, where the new Jazz one is. Up at the top, I have actually added on the roof the bat signal as well. And of course, if you wanted to, and you had some of the vehicles from the DC, you can then obviously start making your own street and your own display. But as a display, I think these two work really, really close together. So last quick thing before we wrap it up, that is the Joker minifigure. Now, I did say before that you got the nice print on the sleeve just there, and you got the really nice torso print on the front. But the facial expressions on these are massively different. But you can see you've got the huge, huge smiley face on this one. Then as you spin it around, you've got the big sort of teeth grin as well, and they're all the same. So all the minifigures that are in this set, so the other Joker, which is this one just here, again, he's got two really cool looking facial expressions. You can see you've got the shades with the sharp razor blade teeth, and then you've got the smug one, and you've got the nice J that is written on the back. So if you are a DC fan and you are thinking of, if you can't afford obviously to backtrack this now, so I would imagine this potentially might be silly money, but you want to get one or two of the minifigures that you've seen in this set, I would highly recommend them, because the minifigures are really, really good. But guys, that is it. I am done. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the set. Let us know if you are potentially going to backtrack it or even mock your own. Would you like something to go with it with regards to a sort of Batcave or an actual Wayne Manor, and they can go side by side in the exact same scale, and you can have some really detail on the back. But let me know whatever it is you think, and obviously if you are going to get it. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you next one. Ta-da.